what's up guys? Travis here with Every Single Sunday. We are here on the KTM 790 adventure and we're heading out with our good friends from Ready to Ride Rentals. We're currently in Crested Butte, Colorado, and we have a 120-130 mile loop set up for today that is going to do Schofield Pass, Pearl Pass, we're going to up in Aspen, some Ghost Town, all sorts of crazy stuff. So let's hop on the road and we're going to run over, grab some breakfast, and we'll talk more about it there. All right, so we are rolling out. So here's our bikes for the weekend, or for today's trip, sorry. I have my KTM 790 Adventure here. We got Bo in the middle. He's on a KTM 300 XCW 2-stroke. He's gonna kind of be my safety line in case something happens, because these trails are pretty wild. And then up front, we have Ryan from AZ Dirt Bike Training. He is on a KTM 390 Adventure with his girlfriend on the back. So that guy is a pro rider, absolutely amazing, and it's going to be cool to see what we can do with these bikes. But all right, so we're going to keep track of our elevation right here on the Trail Tech, as well as our mileage for the day, and then we'll be following this blue route, which will be our full loop from Crested Butte out to Aspen, through the 2 passes and back home. All right, pulling into the small town of Gothic right here. Gothic, site of the Rocky Mountains Biological Laboratory, founded in 1928. What a pretty place to live. So we have just entered the Gunnison National Forest right here. So let's see what we saw. Judd Falls, Copper Trail, so none of those look of any interest. I think that's all hiking stuff that doesn't apply to us. All right, 11 miles in, 10,300 feet up off the ocean, and things are not really off-roady yet, just kind of working our way over the pass here, dodging mountain bikers and enjoying the views before things get a little too chunky. So nice little ride so far that they put together for us, and I'm enjoying it. Just a little stressed out over the tires I'm running right now. We're on a Continental Trail Attack 3, which is like a 90-10 tire. It's primarily a sport touring tire made to go carve canyons and maybe go up a fire road similar to this one, but that's about it. So we are going to take it into some of Colorado's hardest mountain passes and see what it can do. I think we'll be fine as long as it's dry, but if there's any river crossings or mud holes or stuff like that, it's going to be a little bit interesting. So we are entering the historic town site of Schofield. Schofield. I think it's Schofield. So anyway, probably going to be running across some older houses up here, some nice old properties. I can see some up in the distance. Ones I see so far are a little rebuilt, but still nice. All right, narrow, steep road. Experienced drivers and small 4-wheel drives only. Hop on these rocks and see how we do. All right. Ryan and Lily smashing up there on the 390 Adventure. All right. First water crossing down. That one was kind of deep.
Traction control off.
Oh man. All right, some chunky stuff here. We're gonna put these Continental Trail Attack 3s to the test and see what they can actually do today. Now I'm going to go ahead and say it. There are much better tires to do this type of stuff on than the Continental Trail Attack 3. This is a sport touring tire made for carving canyons, maybe going down a dirt road occasionally, but there are much better choices for actual off-road use. I'm just a little stupid, and sometimes I want to see what things can do. So this mud, water, and wet rocks are going to be very interesting on today's ride. If you're looking for a Continental tire to do this on, I'd say probably use like a TKC 80 in the front and a 70 rocks in the rear. Be a pretty good matchup for today's ride. Of course, there's a bunch of other options from different manufacturers. Just trying to keep this video Continental based. Come on, Contis. Oh man, what a cool trail through here. Schofield Pass. Thank you. Appreciate it. Lily up there, the camera crew for Ryan, getting the side shots. Oh yeah, this is awesome. Tires working good so far, a little slick in spots. It's gonna be my downhill braking that I'm a little worried about if we end up in some steep downhills with all this loose rock and shale on top of the dirt. All right, kind of a steep rocky pass right here. All right, so to our right here is Devil's Punch Bowl. This is where the guy on the KTM 300 rode his bike off and landed down there somehow and lived. That was absolutely wild. Oh shoot. But we're not on the 300 today. We are on the 790 and kind of scouting a route out here. All right, I think we're good. All right, that was a tricky spot. You can see what we just went through. 790 Adventure on some street tires. Digging it.
Most dangerous pass in the world. Ryan and Lily on the 390.
Oh yeah. That AXP skid plate on the bottom is doing some work today. I've heard it drag over more than a few rocks. Come on, get up on the smooth part. There we go. Sit down for a minute, let the legs breathe. This is where I want some knobbies when we're side hilling. This feels like the bike's gonna roll out from underneath me. kick her up into second, let her roll a little bit here. Just don't want to get going too fast because a flat tire would definitely ruin today's ride. I got everything to fix it, but I don't want to deal with that up here. Bike doesn't have a center stand. A little bit of mud. All right, out here in the middle of nowhere, this is the town of Crystal Mill. And I can't even imagine having a place out in the middle this far out. Absolutely crazy. All right, look at these things, performing like champions. Crystal Mill right there, creek down below. Absolutely beautiful out here.
It's awesome.
Man, I didn't even see the river down there. That's great. Ooh, mud, the nemesis. Thank you. Lily is a champion on that bike. Love me some water. Tires are actually working pretty good. Trail Attack 3s, Continental TKC 70s on Ryan and Lily up there. Just hooking up through this stuff, working, doing pretty much everything I could want a tire to do right now. I was thinking that I might have some issues in the wet stuff with the front end washing out or the back end sliding away when I was on power, but so far so good. All right, leaving the pass here. Starting to climb quite a bit. We're about 20 miles in on today's ride and having an absolute blast. Oh man. Should we push Bo in? Dude, this is too amazing out here. I love it. All right, we are out of Schofield Pass and back on the fire road for a little bit, so we're gonna be cruising on this for a little while and catching our breath, calming down a little bit. A lot of standing, fighting with the bike through the rocks back there, so thinking this will be a spot where we can relax a little bit and just kind of recompose ourselves and get ready for the stuff to come later on. Well, that is not going to make for a happy day right there. So, let's see what we got here in the Moscow bags. Hey, look at that.
Straight on it, just drops the front wheel. And rest on the plate.
Man, this sidewall's done. There's one. So cool, we're good. 2 and 2. We got a sidewall puncture. You can see the whole tire is junk. You can see the inner tube sticking through there. So we're gonna try and nurse this thing back to town and hopefully make it home. So, flat tire going on. No center stand on this bike. So we got to pivot it up off the kickstand down there, and our rope going to this guy's fence so that we can get things changed. All right. Excited to go back and watch the footage and see what tore that, see if I can see the exact rock, see if I hit it head on and it pinched, or if I just kind of nicked the side and if it kind of just sliced the tire. Because I don't remember smashing anything. We weren't going super fast. I think we're pretty much done with this trail, getting close to the asphalt though anyway. Well, I think we picked a pretty good spot to get a flat tire as far as finding a smooth road just ahead. Alrighty, so lunch was awesome. Really happy with that. The barbecue place was absolutely amazing. There was a local shop that sold tires, tubes, and rentals and stuff, but they're closed. So we got a 50-mile ride back to wherever the hell we're staying, Crested Butte. So I think it's like 15 or 20 miles of asphalt, 35, 55 mile an hour smooth roads, and then a 35-mile dirt road, I guess. So we're gonna hit that, see how it goes, and hopefully make it back to the truck, or not to the truck, I guess to the cabin.
2,000 years later.
All right, pulling back into Crested Butte, 81 miles down, so right about 60 since we got the flat tire. So happy to hear that it held up. We're just gonna cruise through town here and back up to our condo.